Somewhere right now, a person is staring at their bank account, wondering where all the money went. They earned more this year than ever before. They have access to more tools, more information, more opportunity than any generation in history. And yet, the account is nearly empty. The bills are stacking. The anxiety is real. This is not a rare story. This is the story of millions. We live in the most financially connected era humanity has ever seen, and somehow we are more financially lost than ever. The answers were never hidden in the latest app or the newest investment trend. They were written down centuries ago in quiet rooms by men who had lost everything and rebuilt it from nothing. The wisdom exists. It always has. The question is whether we are willing to listen. And the cruel irony is that most of this suffering was preventable if only someone had handed us the right book at the right time. People are busy, constantly moving, constantly consuming. A new phone every year, subscriptions piling up, dining out 4 nights a week, clothes bought and never worn. This is lifestyle inflation, the silent thief that grows alongside every raise and promotion. When income rises, spending rises faster. When credit becomes easy, discipline becomes harder. The modern financial problem is not a lack of income, it is a lack of intention. Emotional spending has replaced rational decision-making. A bad day at work becomes a $200 online shopping session. Stress becomes a restaurant bill. Boredom becomes a streaming service, a gadget, a purchase that promises to fill a gap it never actually fills. There are books that do not age, written decades or even centuries ago. Their pages carry truths so fundamental to human nature that no amount of technological progress can make them obsolete. The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George Samuel Clayson in 1926, tells the story of Arcad, a man who rose from poverty to become the wealthiest man in his city. Think and Grow Rich, published by Napoleon Hill in 1937, distilled the habits and mindsets of the most successful people of that era. The Intelligent Investor, written by Benjamin Graham in 1949, became the foundation of disciplined, rational investing for generations. These are not just books, they are blueprints. They were written by people who understood that wealth is not an accident. It is a result of specific, repeatable behaviors applied consistently over time. The dust on their covers does not diminish their power, it proves it. The math is not complicated. The discipline is the hard part. Of all that you earn, keep at least 1/10 for yourself. Not for your landlord, not for the grocery store, not for the phone company, for yourself. This is the principle of paying yourself first. Before any bill is paid, before any pleasure is purchased, a portion of every dollar earned must be set aside and protected. In modern terms, this means automating savings before spending begins. It means treating your future self as your most important creditor. Most people save what is left after spending. The wealthy spend what is left after saving. Napoleon Hill spent 20 years studying the wealthiest individuals in America and found one pattern repeated without exception. The ability to control one's own mind, particularly one's emotional responses, was the foundation of every great financial success. Benjamin Graham called it the most dangerous enemy of the investor. Not the market, not the economy, but the investor themselves. Fear and greed drive the majority of financial decisions made every single day. People sell investments in panic when markets fall. They buy recklessly when markets rise. They make career decisions based on ego. They avoid necessary risks out of fear. Emotional discipline is not about suppressing feelings. It is about creating space between the feeling and the action. It is about asking, is this decision based on logic and long-term thinking, or is it based on how I feel right now? That pause, that single breath of rational thought, is worth more than any financial tip or market prediction. Time is the one resource that cannot be purchased. It can only be used wisely or wasted carelessly. Compound interest, described by Albert Einstein as the eighth wonder of the world, only works with time. A small amount invested consistently over 40 years will outperform a large amount invested impulsively over 5. The modern world is designed to destroy long-term thinking. Social media rewards instant reactions. Advertising creates artificial urgency. Everything is available now, delivered now, consumed now. But wealth does not work on that timeline. Wealth is built in the background, quietly, through decisions that feel insignificant in the moment but become transformative over decades. It is simply waiting on the other side of the habits you have not yet built. The lessons have been proven across generations, across cultures, across every economic era humanity has endured. The wisdom is not new. What is new is the choice you make today. Every financial transformation begins with a single decision. The decision to stop spending unconsciously, to start saving intentionally, to think beyond this week and this month, and begin building toward a life that does not require financial anxiety to function. The ancient libraries hold the answers. The modern world provides the opportunity. All that remains is the will to apply what the wisest people who ever lived already figured out. The wealth you want is not out of reach.